What's up, everybody? Welcome to HDpiano. My name is Kale, and in today's lesson we're going over What If by Coldplay. In this part 1 video, I'll be teaching you how to play the first verse of the song. Here's how that sounds. And there you have it, that's the first verse, so a couple really awesome thick chords to learn here. Now before we dive into this section, I've got a question for everybody tuning in out there. Now my question is actually a question about questions, so we're getting a little meta here, but does anybody have a big what if question that they always wondered the answer to? Now what if questions can get kind of far out and encourage some crazy discussion, but we'd love to see what you guys have to say. Comment below with your answer. Now let's talk about this verse really quickly. So for the most part, we're holding out chords for entire bars or for half notes. But at the very end, there's some 16th note rhythms to break down. So we're going to get to those in a little bit, but be on the lookout for those. Now our first chord we're going to play is an F sharp minor. So we're going to have an F sharp with our pinky in the left hand, and in the right hand we're going to have an F sharp with our thumb, an A with either our middle or our pointer finger, whatever's most comfortable, and a C sharp with either our ring or our pinky, again, whichever is most comfortable. And we're going to hold that out for 2 beats. So 1, 2. Then we're going to move to an A chord, an A major. So either our pointer and our ring or our middle and our pinky will stay in the same place. And we're going to move our thumb in the left hand to an A. And in the right hand, we're going to move our thumb to an E. So we have A, E, A, C sharp. So F sharp, A. Then after that, we're going to play a B minor 11 for an entire bar, which sounds more complicated than it is. You're just going to move your thumb in your left hand up to B, and in the right hand, your thumb will stay anchored on E, and then you're going to play an F sharp with your pointer finger, an A with your middle finger, and a D with your pinky. So a B minor 11, and we're going to hold that out for an entire bar. Then after that, we're going to move to an E7. So in your left hand, you can keep your thumb rooted where it is and then play an E with your pinky. So E and B in the left hand. And in the right hand, you can keep your thumb on E as well. And then with your pointer finger, let's play a G sharp. And with your pinky, let's play a D. Then after that, we're going to move down to a D6. So we'll play a D with our pinky in the left hand. And in the right hand, we're going to play a D with our thumb, an F sharp with our pointer, an A with our ring, and a B with our pinky. And that whole chunk is going to happen twice, so let's recap what we have so far. We have an F sharp minor for 2 beats, and then an A major for 2 beats, and then a B minor 11 for a whole bar. Then we have a whole bar of an E7, and then finally a whole bar of a D6. Let's try playing that together really slowly, both times. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, we're going to move to a B minor 7. So we're going to start by playing a B with our thumb in the left hand. And then in the right hand, we're going to play an F sharp with our thumb, an A with our pointer, and a D with our pinky. And that's going to hold out for 1 bar as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go to our E major chord again, our E7. So our thumb is going to stay in the same place in our left hand, and we're just going to add an E with our pinky. And we already know this chord from the last section. So we have an E, G sharp, and D in our right hand. And that's also going to be a whole bar. Then after that, we're going to play a really interesting chord. This is a D major 7 over F sharp. So that's going to be an F sharp with our middle finger in the left hand, and in the right hand we have an F sharp with our thumb, an A with our pointer, a C sharp with our ring finger, and a D with our pinky. And that's going to hold out for 2 beats. So 1, 2. Then we're going to play another D6 chord, but this is going to be a slightly different voicing than we just learned. We're going to play our D with our pinky in the left hand, but in the right hand we're going to keep our thumb, pointer, and pinky anchored exactly where they are, on F sharp, A, and D. And we're just going to add a B with our middle finger. So we have D major 7 over F sharp for 2 beats, and then D6 for 2 beats, and then back to our E7 chord for a whole bar. So to recap the last 4 bars, we have a B minor 7, and then we have an E7, and then we have a D major 7 over F sharp for 2 beats, a D6 for 2 beats, and then another E7 for a whole bar. And then we're going to repeat that little D major 7 over F sharp part again. So we're going to go once again. Now when we get to this point, we have a little riff that we're going to learn that kind of caps off this first verse. So once we play our E7, we're going to hold that out for 3 beats. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to bring in some 16th note rhythms. So let's talk about those really quick. So far, we've just been holding out chords for entire bars. And the beats we've been counting are 1, 2, 3, 4. So our basic unit of rhythmic measurement is a quarter note, and that gets 1 hit per beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now one step further from that would be eighth notes, which get 2 hits to a beat. So if you're counting eighth notes, you would go like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we're adding that and as an extra syllable to signify the extra hit per beat. Now at the end of this verse, we're going to use 16th notes, which go 1 step further. They get 4 hits to a beat. So you would play 16th notes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And to count them, we say 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. So now let's talk about how this is used in context. We're going to play our E7 for a few beats. So 1, 2, 3 E and a. So on the of beat 3, we're going to play a B with our pinky, rather our thumb, in the left hand. So 1, 2, 3 E and a. Then on beat 4, we're going to play a G sharp and a D in our right hand with our pointer and pinky. So 3 E and a 4. And then after that, on the E of beat 4, we're going to play an A with our middle finger. So 3 E and a 4 E. Then on the and of beat 4, we're going to play an E with our thumb in the right hand. So 1, 2, 3 E and a 4 E and. Then finally on the of beat 4, we're going to play that B again with our thumb. So all in all, that'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3 E and a 4 E and just like that. And then we're going to end right back up on our E7 chord at the start of the next bar. Now we're going to hold that out for 1, 2, and then on beat 3, we're just going to play a lone E in the right hand with our thumb. So 1, 2, 3. And then on beat 4, we're going to do the same thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now finally, to close out this verse, on the of beat 4, we're going to play an F sharp with our pointer finger. So 1, 2, 3, 4 E and a. And that's what's going to lead us into verse 2, where we finally bring in some rhythm. So before we cap off this verse 1 video, we're going to play through the whole thing really slowly, starting with our F sharp minor chord. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 E and a 4 E and a 1, 2, 3, 4 E and a. And there you go, that's the entirety of verse 1 for What If by Coldplay. Congratulations on making it through this one. Now please consider subscribing below and also following us on Twitter at HDpiano, where you can tweet your song requests to us using the hashtag HDrequests. Also, please consider liking us on Facebook, where we're posting a bunch of great piano content. And head on over to HDpiano.com, home of the hybrid piano lesson, for part 2, where we tackle verses 2 and 3. See you guys over there.